Ashtabula and Lake County. I'm here today at Andover Library. So we're continuing to do our library series with Dialogues with Dylan. Would you like to introduce yourself and what you do here at the library?
My name is Maria Firkaly, and I'm the Community Relations Coordinator. I do outreach and marketing for the library.
Yeah, so that's a lot, right?
And I run some programs too, but
well, yes, we'll definitely be talking
yeah.
about those too. So she does quite a lot here, wears many hats, like we've kind of found out.
Yes.
A lot of libraries have people who do a lot of different things all at once.
Yep.
And I remember when I worked at one too, like I said, I did, your clerk. Like I'm like, oh, I'm a clerk, but we did a little bit of everything.
Right. Yes.
So what are some of the most meaningful ways that Andover Library connects with the local community? And how do you kind of measure those impacts yourself since you're out in the community a lot and interacting?
Well, honestly, I really think that we connect people with other people. The programs that we do are really relevant to them. If they're a craft or we have our cards that they come in and play on Mondays. Yeah. The kids events and our teenagers, they're meeting new people. They're meeting people with like interests. In our book club that we have at the winery once a month. I mean, it's a fun group of people and they love coming and they're so sad when they can't come. And that is a measurable thing. We do surveys, of course, to measure that, but it's also the feedback from our community.
Yeah, that they're happy. That's what like Kingsville was saying. It's just like getting people together.
Yeah.
When they see that, especially like after COVID, I'm sure you dealt with the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
Where people obviously missed that, needed that, but you guys seem to do such a variety,
yes.
Out here being in a library that is kind of outside Ashtabula County, pretty deep, in South County, but you guys do so much.
Yeah, and that's why
we do.
That's why we do so much, Dylan, because we are so very rural and it's quite a drive to go do some other things and people really appreciate it.
Yeah, I love it because I came to your Bluey event and that was a big hit,
Oh,
like a big hit. Yeah. And there's just so many, interesting and cool things that you guys do, like you said, to try to connect different people and I think different age groups too. You try your best, to hit those age groups. So libraries are no longer about books. Kingsville, we talked about that too. How does Andover Library, how have they kind of adapted their services and programming to kind of meet that, evolving residents and the way the library landscape?
Well, here's one thing. I mean, libraries are still really about
I think
books.
They should be. Yeah.
They are. We are.
Yeah.
I mean, our patrons love reading. And a lot of them we don't see because they're using ebooks and audiobooks. And that's fine.
Yep, of course.
But yeah, so I'm going to say libraries are still a lot about books. But like we talked, just the last question we asked and talked about, it's about being more relevant to what a community needs. People love the fact that they can come and do the crafts. The adult crafts are just, there's always a waiting list. Wow. They love it.
Yeah.
The fact that we are so far south in Ashtabula County, we're faxing and printing and copying. Crazy. We're like the print shop in the area. I mean, there's just a lot of things that people don't realize. We serve a lot of business owners and private individuals doing a lot of things. Yeah. So that's really how we're serving our community in addition to the books.
The books, exactly. And then there's one thing I know Kingsville mentioned too, how they get kind of different libraries in the summertime, different people in the summertime coming off the highway. Andover, I know, has a big summer crowd. Yeah. What kind of, is the library sometimes the first spot that people might stop?
A lot of people do come here in the summer. We have a huge influx from the holiday camplands and other visitors. We have a lot of PA.
That's what I was thinking.
Coming across to do our programs, and it's great. I mean, we have all these people, and it starts getting busier, and it's crazy. Yes. But we love it. We do love bringing all these different people in, and some of them have cards through CleveNet from somewhere else. And other ones can get a card, and they can get a card for no fee, which they're always amazed at.
Yeah, they're like, oh my goodness, wait, what? Something for free, actually? Right? No, that's wonderful. And thinking, adding in that PA, thank you, because I was thinking, I'm sure a lot of people come over this way as well for programming and everything.
Yeah,
which is great. Can you tell about like maybe a partnership or outreach initiative you're kind of proud of? I know there's so many, like Kingsville's like, we're proud of everyone, obviously, but like maybe one of your favorites, to change kind of the wording on that.
Well, there's a couple things, but one is our big little free library up at Pierpont. We do have little free libraries at every township.
Yeah.
building, but the Little Free Library is big at Pierpont. It's in a shed, and it really serves that community well.
Cool,
We have a great volunteer there, Joyce, who, I mean, it's basically open in the summer, but the Amish community, and it's very rural there. I mean, it's quite a drive here. You couldn't just walk. You couldn't maybe just ride a bike to get here. So that is a great partnership with Pierpont.
Yeah.
We also have a great relationship with a therapy dog group.
Yeah.
Positive.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that too. I think
local, and we also do the pause hand deliveries in PA. But they will be here for the kids' summer reading 3 times to pause to read.
Ooh,
but yeah, that is a great partnership.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Just anybody that wants to get together with us and do things we do. But
that's what it definitely seems like.
Those are some fun things. That we like.
The ones you like a lot too. That's awesome. So when it comes to what are the goal and what kind of response did you receive from the community from some of those? So with the Pierpont, have you received a really good response?
Oh yeah,
people are using it.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it's really busy. And actually, Nancy, our director, and I were talking just recently that Joyce, the volunteer, wants to do a reading challenge
for that area.
Little big
that's
little
fun.
So I don't have all the details yet on that, but I think I mean, because she's getting so many people using it that it's great. And
then people want to talk about books sometimes too, like adding that challenge, and maybe they could add something really talking about it. I know, I do. I said all the time. That's wonderful. So with the library serving, I already kind of can answer some of this question. I know you guys serve seniors, youth, all different populations. But what do you do really to make sure that everyone feels included in something? Is that how you outlook on some of the programming that each of, you and your teammates do? Do they kind of say, we need to serve these certain populations? What does that look like?
Sometimes we identify a need, and sometimes the patrons identify a need. Almost 2 years ago, we had a patron come up and say, hey, would you guys do a card playing group for us? And we said, would you help us with that? Because I don't like cards.
Yeah, you're like, I don't have that.
Like maybe.
Cool, yep.
So knowledge. So now we have had a steady group on Monday. It's Monday afternoon cards from noon to 3.
Yeah.
And because all the holidays seem to fall on a Monday, and they get really upset.
They're like, oh no,
we don't get to play.
They're like, we can't come in to play.
No,
it's like have a holiday party and play cards together somewhere, maybe, right?
The demographic is a little older. Likes to play the cards. Not all of them.
No,
but it was like something that people did.
Yeah, I
like
like
it was
that.
a big
It
socialization
really was.
thing, and
I've read that in books. I said that it was definitely a socialization thing.
So they love it. That was great.
Yeah.
We've been working really hard with our teen advisory board, and we have a great group. And honestly, mostly of them are 7th and 8th graders.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
But they have been helping us plan programs for them.
Wow. Yep.
Coming in and sometimes doing some book displays and volunteering.
Nice. Yeah.
And that has been incredible. I love these kids. They're so great.
Yeah, and they get the chance to kind of, see what it's like to work in a library, what everything, very early on, and then have fun.
Well, and they're volunteering, so they're too young to get a job. But if I said, you can use this as a reference, all the things that you're doing, and you're coming up with stuff, and the programs that they have suggested have been a hit.
Yeah, because they know, right? Like they're the ones. So asking them questions. Yeah, that's fantastic. Having those, like you said, if there's something not here for you, you guys would be open for it for sure.
Right when you were coming in, I was showing Lori something we've been talking about for a long time, and we're not ready to start it yet, but we're going to get there. It's called, a lot of libraries run a memory cafe for people who are caring for someone with dementia, Alzheimer's. And I had another library offer on a group in Facebook. She wrote a plan to start one.
Oh, so yeah.
So I just got it yesterday, and we're hoping maybe
because you don't have to reinvent the wheel. I was a teacher, so like sharing resources, working together as libraries community, that's always a great thing.
Yeah. So I mean, I think there is a need for that too. But yeah, I mean, if people come, if we can do it, we will do it. Like, we have an anime club tonight.
Yes,
and
I've
we
read
had
about that.
An adult with an intellectual disability who was really upset because she could not find an anime club to join because they were all for teenagers.
Yeah, so and that might make her feel a little like, oh,
well, they wouldn't let her.
Yeah. Oh, and they just wouldn't even let.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
So we have an anime club that's for teens and adults, and is inclusive.
Yes.
So
that's very inclusive.
So,
I love that.
We try our best.
Yes, I really think you do. Like just seeing the variety. Like I said, I feel like all the libraries in our county have the ones that I've really dived deep into try their best to, with the staff they have and volunteers and stuff, which is great.
Yeah.
So can you share some highlights of upcoming programs? So you mentioned you are involved in some of those, but even ones from, youth, any other programs that are coming up? So the summer program, would you like to kind of talk about that?
Gosh. Summer reading here is crazy.
I know everywhere. That's why I've been trying to get in before people's summer reading, because I know, like I said, working at a library, I know what happens at summer reading.
Yes, you come in June, you're
I'm like,
we're going to have children running everywhere, which is great.
Which we want.
Yes.
But,
So obviously we have the programs, craft and art programs for all ages. But our Wednesday evening programs lineup is just great this year. So we're starting. Well, we have Jungle Terry coming.
Yeah, everybody. 31st. Hey, my daughter's anywhere Jungle Terry is there. They want to know.
So that's always a big deal. But we have the first event is with Amara Geffen. Have you ever driven into Meadville?
No, probably not. Most likely, or buy it, maybe, possibly buy
it. So
I know where Meadville is.
A lot of people would know when you drive into Meadville, there's a big sign artwork. Okay, it's huge. It goes all the way down a big fence line.
Wow, cool.
And she spearheaded that project. Nice. She is a public artist and involved in placemaking. Which you make your place. You make your place something attractive.
That's really cool.
So she's going to be coming in talking about her project. She's done a ton of stuff. And it should be really interesting.
Yeah, that sounds very interesting.
The next week we are having a Japanese magician doing origami and storytelling.
Wow.
Then the following week
that's so different.
I know.
Like I said, not just like just doing rant, but the stuff that they can learn that they haven't kids, I'm sure, been involved with before.
Yep, and that's very family friendly.
That's cool.
So all ages. Then we're having Color Your World Positive, talking about keeping positive outlooks in life. Then we're having the Great Lakes Puppeteering Group coming to talk about a history of puppets.
Yeah,
that's another family friendly one. And we're having all the crafts except for the adult one are puppets.
Nice, yeah. My kids
the
make their own.
Are really excited about that.
Puppets are great, and my kids like make their own puppets from bags all the time, just like random and draw my face on it and stuff. There's like 5 puppets of me in that. Right. I'm like, oh my goodness.
So it should be a lot of fun.
Yes.
And then we're having on July 2nd. Last year we had the Victor Samalot duo come, and there was a tornado.
Oh gosh! Yeah.
So we didn't have a very big crowd, and they are amazing. So they are a musical group, and they're going to do a tribute to Route 66.
Oh wow! Cool.
With of course the iconic song, but other music and history of it. Nice. Cool places to go and see if you wanted to do it. They are a very interesting group and really talented. You should come.
Yeah, that sounds fantastic. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, yeah, you have such a variety, of things coming up for all age groups.
Oh yeah. So that's
you're gonna be busy.
We are gonna be really busy.
But it will be great. I said, and hopefully no tornadoes. Cross our fingers on the days of programming. No, please no. But it's been really great to talk to you. Is there anything else that you can think of that you want to share up and coming? And then what about how do they register for any of these programmings, if you want to give them some of that information?
Yeah. So to register for summer reading, you can go to our website, andover.lib.oh.us, and just click on the banner, register, and then it'll take you into register for like the individual programs. And we run 2 adult crafts on Mondays, 2 adult kid crafts on Tuesdays. Some of the stuff isn't registration, like the dogs. Read to the dogs. We do Library on the Go, which I do. And we go to the different townships and have a free craft, no registration included. So register for that. There's prizes and all kind of cool stuff, and we'll tell you all the details when you get here. The one thing I did kind of forget.
Oh yes, please share.
A community partnership. So we have been partnering with the Ashtabula County Department of Health. They've been coming in and doing an immunization clinic.
Rock Creek was saying that they're doing that too.
Yes,
which is
great. I think they're going to.
Oh, I love that. That's fantastic.
Signature Health will bring a mobile clinic here once a month as well, and offer testing for different things and offer some mental health referrals. And then we are now also having the Cleveland Clinic coming the last Friday in August for a mammogram.
Oh, nice. Wow. Okay. Yeah. So there's a lot of things you can do, not just the programming, but other things.
And once again, we're rural, so these things are coming.
Yes, which is fantastic.
Yep.
But yeah, I really appreciate, and they are also very active on social media. So that's where I see a lot of Facebook, everything. So, you know, if you want to keep up to date on those things as well there. But I really appreciate it that you sat down and talked with me. You have such a busy day today. So I know, but it's going to go fast, but I really appreciate it.
Okay,
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, Dylan.
Yep. Thank you so much, Ashtabula and Lake County. I will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.